Hi, this is April Torres from the Stop the Hate series on YouTube that I have. Um, we got issues right now. People are saying, which I witnessed something, and it was uncalled for by an individual police officer who sprayed. It just was like handcuffing, but sprayed him with mace and all that, and he was already on the ground, didn't do anything. We need, as a society, wherever in progress of hiring people for these frontline work, whether if it's in Congress, government, or whatnot, we need to take inventory on who we hire. We need to do thorough background checks, psychological, and all that, to make sure that thugs of this nature don't make it in to these important places like Congress, government, police, nurses, doctors, and things like that. We have to turn around and make an important background search on who we hire for these positions, because these are positions of power. You're taking an oath under God, even as God we trust in this country, the Creator, as I believe in. We're taking an oath under Him to protect and serve. But are we protecting and serving by violence? We have to live ourselves by example, not just saying it, but being an example for others so that we can live a prosperous and happy life. And we have to take a stand against hatred. We have to take a stand against racism, anything that's negative. And then in workplaces, the same thing. We have to really search on who we're hiring for these positions, because these are very important positions, being a police officer, doctor, nurse, okay, government, and whatnot. They're very important because you're trying to represent the public. You're trying to say you're serving the public. And when we get a bad egg in there, that's not good. So there is a problem with the hiring practices in these areas. We need to take a thorough search of who we're hiring to be on the front lines or be ahead of the people of the United States, or lead by example, as I like to call it. Because I'm not ahead of anything. I try to lead by example. I try to work for the Creator and see what goodness can come out of me to represent mankind. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm a caregiver myself, caregiver provider. That's my livelihood. I do a lot of volunteer service for the good. But we're not going to get the good out of all this hatred. And you can't hire people unless you thoroughly examine their behavior from the past or who they are now. It's very important. We can't turn around and have people not trust the police. We can't have people not trust the government. But when thugs make it in there, just like doctors and nurses and stuff like that, and they commit crimes, a society finds it very hard to trust. So we need to think about that, who our hiring practices are going to be. How are we going to hire people? How thorough are we going to do a background check to make sure that negative energy doesn't exist? Period. Because it's not fair to every police officer out there to turn around and say, well, hey, they're bad people. When this one jackass turns around and does something stupid. So, we have to regulate who we hire, hiring practices for these high authority type of positions. Right? If it's government, be it police, When you represent the people under the Creator, under God, it's a very important role. We need to take hiring practices, background checks, so we don't have this problem. And I want to thank you for listening. Bye. God bless you. Hopefully somebody out there heard my message. Have a great day.